What's up? This is DJ Rello. This is episode 21 of the Connected Sound podcast. My guest today is my boy Pluto Kar from York, Pennsylvania. What's up, my boy?
What's up, bro?
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate you coming by, man. York is a little bit of a trip, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not an easy trip, so I definitely appreciate you coming by, Connected Sound, and checking me out and doing the podcast with me. You already know. Before we even get started, you already know where I'm headed, bro. You already know where I'm headed. My boy is Connected Sound first. He came on here with the face paint. Pluto Kar, respect you, my brother. You said you were going to do it. You did it. This man got the balls to do it. Shout out Pluto Kar, man. He do what the fuck he want to do, man. That's one thing I know about this dude. He do what he want, man. He gonna do what he want. He gonna wear what he want. He gonna rock out how the fuck he want, man. Shout out Pluto Kar, man. How you feel about coming on here with face paint? Like, you know what comes with that. You know what comes with that, and you are not afraid of that, and you taking it head on. You like, yo, I'm with it. What's up? This is what I do. This is who I am. I'm rocking it, and I don't give a fuck what nobody thinking, man. Talk about it a little bit.
It's just punk.
Yeah, it's definitely punk. It's definitely hella punk, for sure. When I think of that, you wanna know what I think of that when I see face paint? I think of wrestling. I think of WWF. I think of WWE, and I think of football players like defensive linemen, defensive players that are, you know what I mean, like, you know what I mean, J.J. Watt and all them dudes. I don't know if you watch football or anything. That's what I'm thinking. But you already know what other people thinking. They thinking, you know what I mean, along some different type lines, man. You know how people are gonna judge you by wearing that. And you said fuck it, and you did it anyway. Because, like I said, Pluto Kar do what the fuck he wants.
It's crazy. I don't think about that though, but I mean, yeah.
But you know how it is, man. I don't think about it like that either, but it is what it is, and that's how dudes, man. That's how dudes be sometimes. I mean, people.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? They just disagree with, you know what I mean, what they don't understand sometimes. You feel me? How they looking at it ain't how you looking at it. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna keep it moving, man. I want to know, and I want to think back on how me and you met. I'm pretty sure we had a show that we were supposed to do, and I was supposed to DJ for you. We were supposed to turn that up, but it ended up getting postponed. And in turn, we linked up, and you would come by the stew, and we would lock in, and we would rehearse. And I like that. I like that because there's not many artists that like to rehearse anymore. They just like to go out and pretty much wing it. Talk about that. Is that something that you normally try to do, or is that just something that you was just, you know what I mean, the spur of the moment, you was just trying to lock in?
Well, basically, I haven't did a show in so long at that time, so yeah. It was basically about a year and a half, and I just wanted to get comfortable again, get myself back not really how I used to be, really like in a whole new state. I just wanted to turn up a notch. I mean, the tape I was dropping, it was a bit faster paced than what I was doing, so I wanted to get comfortable. But then now, I mean, I haven't rehearsed since those rehearsals probably, and that was
hey,
like 9 months ago.
But,
so
I mean, in that certain period of time, you was super locked in, and that's what you wanted to do, and you did it. And I'm appreciative that you did that, because it definitely put me on to your music, because it put me on some stuff that I hadn't heard at that time. And anytime you get to hear somebody's music live for the first time, you just appreciate it more. So it was like hearing your songs, some of the songs live for the first time, it just, you know what I mean? It just made it better, I feel like, because you just get to hear it when it's super loud and cramming. And then you get to see the person that made it perform it. It just makes it better, at least to me. Anytime I get to see somebody live and I'm hearing the music for the first time, I'm probably going to like it better that way than rather somebody just putting it on and just playing it in the car or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You Feel me? With you, I feel like you got a little bit of a couple different type styles that you be dabbling in as far as your music. I've heard a couple different type of songs. I've heard like some sadder songs. I've heard some hype songs and some lit songs. When you, I want to know when you started music. Like, what kind of music did you start on when you first started making music? What kind of music were you making?
I started when I was like 18. Didn't put out music till I was 19, but really, like, I was all over the place when I first started. It was all different sounds. I just was trying to figure out what I could do. It all really sucked in the beginning. It was pretty. Like it was pretty bad, but I ended up just keep working at it, and then I found a sound that I was liking. I was doing a sad sound for a long time, but I dropped my first tape, Impious. So fly.
It's crazy.
Flies.
Yeah.
Could I say? Anyway, it was like 2018. I dropped my first mixtape, and we had a couple of sounds on there. It was some hyper stuff, kind of like what I'm doing now. Yeah. It was like a real like rudimental version of it, and we had some sad stuff going, but I kind of stuck to the sad stuff for most of the 2019, 2020, 2021. We got back to like the hyper stuff that I was doing back then, and like really just elevated it. And now, this stuff we're doing right now, like the unreleased stuff, is like.
What would you consider that? Like the unreleased stuff? What type of category would you put the new stuff in?
Just punk.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's where you're headed right now, or is that just something that you're like dabbling in for the time being, or is it like something that you're trying to like actually pursue, and that's the lane you're gonna stay in?
For sure.
Yeah.
Stay in it, but it's hard to really say because I mean, I do a lot of stuff, so like whatever I'm feeling at the time. But I mean, from overall like standpoint, we're stay punk, sass too. You know, like how I've been doing.
Yeah. When you
Impious too.
When you started making this sad music, who was your influence in terms of making that?
Honestly, a lot of alternative rock, you know, 90s or even just 2000s, metal too, all that. Like it's just the music I was making, or that I still make, but it's a lot of elements to it. So it's a lot of different ranges of like alternative, and it's rap too. So, but a lot of different bands, different rap, different alternative rap.
What would you say was the turning point when you said, like, all right, I want to start making, like, some lit type music?
Well, like, in the beginning we were making, like, a lot of lit music, but we just weren't as comfortable with it. Like,
I got you.
I was making, in 2018 we was doing everything on GarageBand, so whatever we were getting, and it was like, okay, I put out a couple hyper songs in 2018, but now it's just easier to do, and I put a lot of stuff on the first tape, the Impious tape, to give everyone like a variety of what I wanted to do with my career. It was like some hype stuff, some sad stuff. It's a lot of different categories, so now it's like I'm in the realm of like the hyper stuff right now, giving them that, but I mean, overall, it's like gonna stay in that same category. There's a bunch of fucking flies and gnats.
Boys left the doors open or something.
They came just right now though. Like,
I know,
just
right?
It's
just crazy. I think they left the door open.
They like me on.
I don't know what the fuck going on.
That's a bad sign.
Is it?
That's a bad sign.
I guess so. Yeah, these niggas is
I shouldn't even say that.
Nah, fuck it. It's a bad sign. It is. I guess what they say.
It's bad vibes.
Maybe. If that's the case, then damn, I'm always around bad vibes because we're in the fucking country.
It's all
we're always
good.
around flies for sure.
We all good.
It's a lot of cow vibes is what the fuck it is. That's in this country shit. It's definitely a lot of cow vibes, man. We gonna keep it moving though, man. You got a lot of energy when you performing. Is that something that you were like, all right, man, I kind of gotta put the sad stuff away for a little bit because you wanted to get on stage? Because it's kind of hard to get on stage, you know what I mean, with the sadder type music, depending on what type of tempo and stuff it is. It's not something that people are lining up to like go to shows and see. It's more of music that gets streamed and not necessarily music that people come out and see as far as like a live show. But the music that you're currently making, that you have been making, is stuff that people want to come out and see in person, and they want to experience a live show. So is that like something that you thought about when making that change, or is it just something that kind of just happened?
Yeah. I think just being underground, it's hard to doing shows. You know, you got people that come for you and a lot of people that don't come for you.
Yeah.
So back then I was doing shows and performing the sad stuff.
How was that turning out?
I mean, it was decent. It was okay. It was.
Yeah. It wasn't like now though.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. But like I'm saying, it's like now when I'm doing the hyper stuff, it's just easier to get everyone involved. You know, it's not like
for sure.
I'm just up there crying. You know, so it's like I can do.
Right.
I can get everyone involved. I can hop out in the crowd and stuff. But yeah,
you normally be bringing a crowd with you. Like, is that something you'd be setting up, or is that something where you just got to be like throw a story up on the gram or something like that, and your folks is like, yo, I'm tapping in, I'm going with you?
It'd be like the label, just everybody on the label, and then whoever, some friends and stuff too. But just be the guy.
Mostly label mates.
Yeah, mostly, and friends of.
Okay, that's dope. You know, I appreciate it. I'm like, man, anybody that can bring a crowd, that's good. A lot of people be like, yo, everybody be wanting to be the hottest and say they the hottest and they got numbers and they want to show numbers and this and that. None of it matters. It doesn't matter. If you are not bringing nobody to your shows, you not making no bread as an artist. Like, as an artist, you're going to have to go stupid crazy on streams to get that bread. Or you're going to have to go on tour. You're going to have to do shows. You're going to have to do walkthroughs, all that. So it's like you're going to need songs that people can play in the club or people that can go and watch a performance. And I always try to tell people that. I want to know, like, what are your thoughts as far as, like, when you go getting put on a show, are you thinking, yo, I gotta turn this place up, or are you thinking, I want them to like really hear my song, so I'm gonna perform like a lot of different songs? Or you might perform some sad stuff, some lit stuff, or you just like, nah, fuck that, I'm gonna go full charge and I'm doing all lit songs?
That's a good question. I guess there's like 3 different ways to go about it, but I guess if it was a show where it's not really my show and it's just show I'm on or I'm opening or something, I'm giving them all.
I got you.
Fire, like all lit stuff. If it's my own show and I got like a long set, I'll give them both.
Yeah,
and,
that's a good idea.
If it's something that somebody personally booked me to perform, and I'll just give them whatever they want me to do.
Yeah.
Some people book parties and they're not like high capacity. But it's like they want me to give them. I'm not gonna give them all the hype stuff because it's just too hard to do.
Yeah.
When it's not.
Yeah. I like the fact that when you do your own shows that you come with a little bit of a mix, because that really is gonna bring more of crowd in, and it's going to bring more of a fan base in, because they know you're like actually giving them a show. You feel me? And you're not just coming there and you're performing a couple of songs and leaving. Anytime you like go out there and you're super lit, and then like you take a second to chill and you're like, hold on, let me catch my breath, let's slow it down a little bit, I'm gonna give you a little bit of something slower, and then you go back into something fast. Like, it's almost like people love that like dramatic up and down, even at a show. It's like a movie. It's all the same shit. You know what I mean? They love Then you get to the climax. You know what I'm saying? It's all the same thing, man. And I think you do a good job of that in your shows because it's not just like some boring shit and it's not some just all lit shit. Like you really be having like, I don't want to say a story when you be performing, but you put your songs together well. Excuse me. You put your songs together well.
We put everything together well.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like everything be planned.
Yeah, you know, and I could tell because sometimes you could have 4 really banger songs and perform 7, 8, but you can make those other ones sound even better if you put them together right. And you come out you probably do a set of like 8 songs normally, and the way you put them together well, it's like a climax to like your like best like most lit song, and you do a good job of that, man. I want to say that because you're one person that I'm like, man, this dude, he put on a good show. I always take notice of those type people because if you can put on a good show, you can get signed, you can make yourself some money, and you're gonna bring more eyes and ears onto your music if you can perform. It's just the facts, like, and you do a good job of that, man. So keep that shit up, bro, for real. Keep that shit up. Keep taking that shit serious when you hit that stage, man. I don't know what the fuck we got all these damn flies in here for, man, but them niggas is burning this out for real. We're gonna keep it moving to the next one. I want to know what's up with the next project, bro. Like, what type vibes is that on? You gonna give us anything sad? Or you said nah, you just off that for a little bit?
Well, it's pretty sad.
It's just like
if you understand,
sad type shit.
It's like really ragey. It's like not even ragey. It's punk, but it's like grungy a little bit. But
yeah.
The beats are pretty melodic, nostalgic. They're sad, but they're really punk, like hard bass and stuff like that. So guitars and all that, but it's more like
it's
more like metal.
You got any like go-to producers for that type of like style of beat that you're looking for?
Yeah, a couple people, but a couple people.
Nobody like that you're just like locked in, like just you.
Well, like me and this producer Ska, we did a lot. Like we did the most of the As I Wept. He done maybe like there's 11 songs in there. I think he did about 8 of them. So me and him are locked in. We did a lot of stuff. He's going quiet right now. He's doing a lot of stuff. So he's not really sending beats right now, but we got a lot of stuff for this project too. Hopefully he can get some more stuff my way before
he's fire.
We finish the tape.
I definitely tap in with him. I like his work.
Ska and D-Nox.
Yeah,
he does D-Nox on the loops.
You do a good job of when I load your songs in, like you normally have the producer right on there.
Yeah, SoundCloud. Yeah, so it's like easy. Like, I just put it on there.
It's easy to identify. It helps out the producers for sure because if I like the beat, I'm looking to do right up.
Yeah, sure.
Off rip, you know what I mean? Off rip, I'm looking him up, man. I want to know who's your favorite artist right now to listen to. Like who you listen to that is getting a lot of spins from you.
Damn, that's a hard question.
Hard question. Anybody who you listen to on the way here?
Well, it's on the way here. Me and my girl was just talking.
Man, you better than me, man. I'm listening to that music, man.
I mean, I listen to a lot of music, but it be like it's hard to really say like my favorite right now. Yeah, I mean, it's all over the place.
I got you. Like, it's a lot of different people. But I can understand that. I don't really. My answer would probably kind of be the same because I don't. Yeah,
really, I understand. You probably do want a list from me. Yeah,
I understand. I mean, I don't need no list. I'm just trying to figure out if there was anybody in specific that you just was listening to a lot of. I want to know. How about this? What is something of yours that gets spun a lot that you listen to a lot, like a song of your own?
All right. First, I'm gonna say I do listen to a lot of like rock and like a lot of rap too.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've been listening to a lot of lately the 1975, of course, talk about that, but a lot of new stuff like, you know what I mean, Future, all that. Like, it's like whatever come out. Like, I mean, I'm
I try to stay.
I'm listening to whatever coming out. Like, but
yeah, I definitely try to stay pretty relevant. I mean, it's understandable. I listen to a lot of music, so it's hard for me to really just narrow it down.
Yeah,
I have to listen to a ton of music.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Some of the underground too. I know I wasn't really listening to nobody.
Yeah.
But like my friend Lonely, he be trying to put me on all the underground people. So I'll be listening to some people sometimes. So
I love that.
Like, I'll be listening to a couple people now.
Yeah.
So
we gotta get together. I love people put me on to like underground songs and underground artists, underground albums, mixtapes that I haven't heard or maybe I haven't heard in a while. I just love getting together and doing that. We gotta get together, maybe some of the homies and shit, get together and just, you know what I mean, just have one of them sessions where you get put on to different music and shit, you know what I mean? I do that a lot with my homies. I do that a lot with Sky. Sky puts me on to a ton of music. I put him on to some music. And you got a different style of music that you perform and listen to. So I want to tap into your ear a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear some shit that you know what I mean. That is like, yo, I really fuck with this song. And you probably don't know it.
Yeah,
you feel me?
It's harder to say it right now, but I can show you a lot.
Yeah,
but
exactly. That's how it is with me, and it's fucking fly, man. What's this nigga bothering us for?
It's
you know what I mean? But that's how it is with me. It's like not necessarily songs. I gotta go into my SoundCloud to be honest. Because the songs that I barely, like, I know what it looks like. I know the name if I really sat and thought about it. But I just know it because it's in my sound. You know what I mean? It's in my SoundCloud likes or something like that.
Yeah.
A lot of, like, throwback SoundCloud bangers for sure that I get tapped into and listen to a lot of.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to know, man, before we get up out of here, man, what is next for Pluto? What's up? Like, I want to know what's next on the... What's next on the horizon for you? Like anything other than the album that you got planned? You got any shows coming up? Like what you got coming up? What can people expect from Pluto coming up?
Shit. The rest of me, tape be like 16 songs. Like I was saying, all punk. So that should be pretty crazy. But that should be coming in August. And then I dropped As I Wept last year on my birthday, December. So. We did a shot a video to it. It's about 12 minutes long. It's a whole 4 songs, maybe 5 songs, and all the way through, no stops. So we're gonna drop that in the next couple of weeks, and then just a couple shows. Yeah. Got your show.
Yeah, you already know. August 6th, we turning up, Harrisburg, PA. Man, we got a little Skies Festival, man. We about to go crazy on that. We already know we got Pluto Kar definitely showing up and showing out at the show. I know you're gonna bring hella energy. That's the reason why I wanted you to perform in the first place. Because it's like anytime you putting a show together, you kind of want like type artists. You know what I mean? You don't want somebody that's completely different and completely different vibe and completely different energy from Skies, because then it just throws off. Kind of like, you know what I mean, the entrance and the segue into his set. Like, you want his set that's going to have hella energy prior to it. So it's like everybody that I try to put on the card for that, they got to have energy. They got to have good songs. They got to have shit that people can listen to. I don't want nobody that's on any other type vibes in that, so I had to have you involved. Like I said, August 6th, Harrisburg, PA, XL Live. We got Pluto Kar.
Yeah, and it's like we jumping in the crowds, and mosh pit, and all that. So
listen, we really are.
I don't know when this is coming out, but
this is outside.
I don't know when this podcast coming out, but
this podcast
we jumping in the crowd. Okay, so they know.
We gotta stay super relevant. Man.
We mosh pit. So
yeah, you already know we got mosh pit. It's an elevated stage too, and it's outside. It's nice.
Ain't no stage.
It's stage.
No, there's no stage.
It's gonna be crazy.
I don't use stages.
It's gonna be crazy.
I don't use stages. But right now, like when it's crazier, maybe I'll use a stage. But I think I'ma fuck with the crowd. See how that go.
I think that'd be fine. We got the wireless mic, so I'm with it.
Yeah, let's see how that go.
I'm with it. Hey, you know, we'll check. We'll make sure we get there early so we can check the feedback, so we can do it before the crowd comes. Then we golden.
Shit.
That's all we need to do. As long as then we know. All right, yeah, this shit is gonna work. It's gonna sound good too. You feel me? We gotta put another event together as well.
Hell yeah.
I don't know what's happening in York. You think we do something in York? We do something. Where we doing it?
So we doing my listening party. So anything I do, you doing so.
I appreciate it for sure.
But my listening party should be hopefully the August 27th.
Okay.
So
yeah,
that should be in York. Yeah.
That'd be we turned up last time.
Yeah, this will be
real.
The songs from this one are like what all I've been performing. I've been performing all unreleased. So.
Yeah,
like,
that was gonna go crazy.
Past 3 shows I only did unreleased music, so they're like waiting for that. It's like easiest thing to do. Even as I wet, I can't even. I mean, I could perform that, of course, but it's just easier to do this stuff I'm doing now because it's what they need.
Let's do the new shit and some of that. That's what I'm.
We got 15 minutes. You said.
Yeah, we're going. Hey, man,
we going
all shit lit, man.
All lit shit. Yeah, it's all
lit shit, man.
It's all lit shit. Yeah.
You already know.
I'm not even. It's all that shit.
You already know. Like I said, once again, August 6th, come check myself. Come check Pluto Kar. Come check Low Skies and others. Sell no lacking, man. We got Cam pulling up. We got Lil Reek pulling up. We got NXG coming from Philly. We got all the energy in Harrisburg, man, August 6th, man. I promise you.
Yes,
Pluto, I want to say thank you for coming all the way from York back up here to record this podcast again. This time worked out way better than it worked out last time, man. Like I said, thank you, bro. Appreciate you. We about to go crazy.
That's disclosed. We don't got to tell them why, but that's disclosed.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Episode 21, DJ Rello. Pluto Kar, man, we about this joint, man. Holla at your boys.